Friendship is the hardest thing in the world to explain. Friendship is like an experience of a lifetime. Turbulent yet calm, uncertain yet assuring, and full of fun yet painful. To portray such an experience from the perspective of a real life experience, Vision Incorporated presents through its first ever English audio story, written and narrated by Arjumon. Let's ride together in a temporal journey, friends.
A little boy used to live in a remote rural area. His only childhood companions, his books and nature. Naturally, his nature was quite submissive. He used to live in a corner everywhere, in school, family ceremonies, playgrounds, hideous and quiet. One day he moved to a town with his parents. It was a new environment for that child. But in so much fullness of happenings of a town, he became even lonelier. The greeneries, the blue sky, the river streams, the lemon tree in the backyard, he was missing them all, like his heart was cut out of his chest. The city life was almost killing that child with every passing day. Being a silent character, he was dying slowly within himself, secretly sinking into an abstract ocean of grayscale, monotonous, polluted life of an unknown town. A year passed. The life at the core of mind was at the verge of passing away. The boy was now admitted to a new school, a famous one in the town. He made excellent scores to be eligible to get admitted. Everyone was happy for his new secondary school. But the remaining last few drops of life of him were now passing out at tears. The small classroom of the primary school that he made friend with in this 1 year will be gone forever now. With the burden of success, he stepped out for his new school one fine morning. He got on board a school bus for the first time. It was a new experience for him. So many faces together, laughing and wrestling. No constraint of discipline, free from restriction. Children like him were having a different world of freedom and fun there. But that submissive nature made him sit at a separate zone, where he still can be a bit lonely, where the pull of hesitation cannot draw him towards the bliss of company. Looking quite hideously towards the faces in the bus, he discovered 3 boys. They also seemed freshers, but already got an air of developing friendship between them. He reached school finally. It was a very strict school with lots of studies. He found it very easy to have a good time in the classes. But the tiffin period and the interval between classes, that made him feel extremely awkward. The radiance of friendship and fun everywhere was burning the core of monotony that shielded his submissive nature. After school, when he got in the bus, he saw those 3 boys again. One of them, a bit more skinny than the other 2, from his own section came forward for the introduction. He asked his name and then introduced the other 2 as well. It was something new for the little boy. So far in his life, he always remained within discipline. In the transit to school with parents and the school session under the vigil of teachers. But this was different. Nobody was watching them. They were talking, laughing, hitting each other. Of course in a friendly manner. Playing rock, paper, scissors, and many more. A new melody of company was driving away the silence of monotony now. Friendship with real humans. This seemed a very promising option to the boy. The magical touch of an unknown experience enkindled a new domain inside him. The four of them soon became good friends, but the boy particularly liked one of those three, the skinny one, who came first with a warm offering. A year passed like this. The dying garden of the child's soul was now flourishing with billions of colorful fragrances of friendship. But happiness lasts short. The boy whom he liked most got a different section in the new class. His mom still reminds him of that day when he cried a lot after school because his best friend got separated from him. Added to that, his family shifted to a new residence in the town, which meant he would have to catch a different school bus now. His world broke apart again. But bitter experiences made him stronger by then. He adjusted. Many new friends came, and they all became pretty close to his heart. But nobody seemed to replace that very first impression which that skinny boy left over his mind. Years passed. At the last year of that school, that old friend and the boy reunited in the same section again. But their friend circle diverged by now, and ironically, none of the two tried to come closer like childhood. In class 11 and 12, they studied at different schools and different spectrums of tuition. And the only place they would continue to meet was an English tuition. But their friendship was only maintained. But after a higher secondary exam, when usually friends get separated, God planned something different for the two of them. After Saraswati Puja, we can say almost suddenly, as if fate forced it, two friends got in connection. They planned to organize a friends' reunion. They belonged to unrelated technical streams. One stayed at home, one at hostel, but work united them. They would meet every holiday, talk hours over the phone, planning different things. Through the organization of a reunion, two best friends were again getting reunited. Now they were leading together something new, something unique. Lots of things were going on. Time was passing fast. But that little child, still inside him, was leaping in joy, only because of having his best friend back again. So close, almost all day long, and that was all he wanted. Now he knows fame, money, establishment were only desired objects, but a friend like a brother was the necessity. Everything was so right. The sun was rising in the east, the river was flowing south, the nights had the moon and stars, and the bond of friendship persisting infinitely. But again, happiness lasts short. And when fate is determined, anything can happen without explanation. Evidently, showing the determination of fate, on an auspicious day of New Year, it got very inauspicious. A few communication gaps, a few network errors, and a heap of unknown reasons of egotism and extreme sensitiveness. That was all to create a tiny crack in the strength of bonding. That little boy inside the would-be doctor, again in agony, slowly dying, that shield of monotony again overpowering, with every passing moment, that crack growing like malignancy, destroying the bond from inside. They have talked even after that incident, but the silence of an unexpressive, non-emotional conversation is actually more frightening. The little boy was always submissive. That skinny boy showed him another way of life. But they are going on divergent tracks now. The little boy just passed a few steps from diversion, and he has turned backwards again, back to the start point of diversion, leaving all his ego and heaviness away with a heart full of apology and hope, waiting with those tears of life drops, praying to God for his friend to turn back once again. To watch him cry like a 10-year-old, the same little boy he came forward to meet in the school bus, waiting for a true companion. The little boy, he was always submissive. It was the skinny boy who taught him how to be expressive. Now they are separated. The little boy can only remain silent in a corner, waiting for his friend to rescue him again.
It's hard to say whether the skinny boy will return or not. We can just pray for them to be united again. But our story concludes right here, leaving blank pages for time to fill up. Thanks for listening. Like, comment, and subscribe us for more.